The title of my lunch lesson was Rolling the Dice, the extent to which time and chance play a part in historical research. And I did that because I've so far written 3 books of popular history set in the Second World War, and on each occasion chance has played a very, very large part in what I've done. I've met people or found documents that I really had no right to find, and I found them by accident. For instance, my last book was called Kidnap in Crete. It was set on Crete and it was about the capture of a German general. On the first day of my proper research, I'd hired 2 women to help me. They were late and they said, why don't you go to the Historical Museum in Heraklion? There's an exhibition about the resistance there. I went. I hadn't intended to go there. There was a very good exhibition, and as I was looking at it, a man came up and said, what are you doing here? And I thought he was going to chuck me out because I was taking photographs and I hadn't got permission to take photographs. And he said, oh, don't worry about that. This is my museum, I'm the curator. And I said, well, that's a very, very good exhibition. The reason I'm here is I'm doing this research onto the capture of General Kreiper. And he said, that's funny. He said, I wasn't meant to be here today or even this week. He said, but my uncle was one of the chief kidnappers. He was in the car when the general was abducted. And the result of that was that I had access to an enormous amount of material that I wouldn't otherwise have even known about. And a lot of that was, he had a lot of first-hand eyewitness accounts. He remembered a lot of stuff himself that his uncle had told him. And that was, from the research point of view, that was absolute gold dust. In preparing the lesson for the lunch, I had read various books about time and chance, and they all agree that chance does play a very, very important part in it, and that the only way to allow chance in is to be as open as possible to it and to talk to as many people as possible, because you might talk to a person who's running a grocery shop unaware that that person has a link to the very thing that you're interested in. But I think we did agree that in the end it's impossible to plan for luck or legislate for it. I would never sell a book by going to a publisher set and saying, I want to do a book on the invasion of Normandy, and I'm just going to let chance, I won't do any research, I'll just ring people up at random. I mean, that would be ridiculous. You do have to do a lot of hard work, but in the end, chance does force its way in. It's a very, very strange, and it sounds mad to say that, but chance does force its way in.